Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone to the March 13th, 2025 York City Historical Architecture Review Board. Call to order. Skian,
Here.
Zumbrum,
Present.
Schurmeyer,
Here.
McLean Gross, she's not here, Buffington,
Here.
and Blake's not here, and you're not on the list.
I'm not on the list. Oh, Brian is here, for what it's worth.
Okay, for those who were present for the last meeting and you've read the minutes, can somebody approve those minutes?
I motion to accept the minutes. I'll second. Craig.
They've been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? If not, I call for a vote. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, first case tonight, which was tabled from the last meeting, 287 West Market Street.
Okay, I don't see the gentleman here. I did leave him a message that I was putting him on the agenda. You guys do whatever you want to do. Let me just give you our update side of it for this, for him. He did go through zoning, meaning that he did, with his sketch and everything, he said that he was taking down the pecan tree sign that is facing Newberry Street. He's going to remove that and just put up the sign that he came in front of you all for last meeting, and that it does meet the zoning requirements. So I don't know what you want to do with this. I mean, if you want to just, you know, have it be a no-show for him, but he is approved as far as zoning is concerned.
Move the table as the applicant's not here.
Second.
We vote on tabling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
It's been moved and seconded to table this application. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Who second?
Craig.
Hmm. 10 West King Street. Step up to the podium and speak in a loud voice.
Okay, I'm Steve Taylor from Royal Square Development and Construction. I think we were here the 13th of February to get approval for 10 West King to cover the exterior elevator shaft. So you guys are okay with covering it. You didn't like the panel we presented, so I have two samples of panels if you want to look at those.
Sure.
Okay. So basically pretty similar, to be honest with you, but this is a panel that's pre-manufactured, it comes from the factory, and the size is pretty much the size, and it just locks together. Now we would be installing this horizontally, like that.
You would be installing it horizontally.
Yes.
So the joints would run every, what is that, like 16 inches horizontally? Okay.
Well, it's actually 1 foot panel.
1 foot, okay.
Yep. So that's one option. This option is made by this York Roofing, who's going to be doing the installation. They can make this in their shop. And this can be adjusted in width and narrow. It can go down to like 8 inches wide. And this will be installed horizontally as well.
Okay. So again, your joint's gonna run horizontal. Okay.
Yeah. And then, the colors, I don't know if you guys are concerned about colors or not, but the color, if you have a color chart, the color's almost unlimited.
Yeah, we'd probably want it that it matches the building and what's there,
Yes.
as close as you can, so it kind of disappears. Yeah. It's kind of a putty, yeah, color.
I mean, I did bring some pictures of some material they installed on another project at Lebanon Valley College, if you'd be interested in.
Sure.
Gives you an idea of- and Small side, they can go in above some windows, but there's.
So that's wood,
Yes, that's the color they chose.
Yeah, now that has a wood grain, but what you're showing us is smooth, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. And
This
then
has a brick texture.
he couldn't remember exactly what the width of that panel was, but he said that was like an 8-inch panel.
On that one.
Yeah.
You know, what you're showing down there is that's, again, that's a 12 or a
This-
16
Both of those are 12-inch.
or 12 inch, okay.
Yeah.
I think that smooth is better. And now, it's closer to what's there.
I'm okay with that, I'm not sure I'm okay with closing the windows.
Shortening the window
Yeah.
trick.
Yep.
Yeah, the windows aren't, you know, the elevator shaft isn't historic technically, but, yeah.
Is there any way you could do this and leave the windows exposed?
Yeah, we could. It was just a recommendation that they get closed, only because they don't necessarily have a function as far as letting light into the elevator shaft. And they do kind of let moisture and, water,
Are the windows deteriorated?
yeah.
They are. Are the windows deteriorated? Are they deteriorated?
They're starting to show that. I don't know if they're not like 100% dilapidated, but yes, they're starting to show that.
Well, if they match or try to match the color as close as they can, it would probably, the whole thing would probably blend in better without the windows
Yeah. You make a good point.
from that perspective.
Make a good
Yeah, I'm
point.
fine
I mean,
with
there's
the-
no function.
The 12 inch. I think the joint on the custom panel is less visible than on your,
Like the pre-manufactured.
yeah, the one from York, from the local one, at least now, maybe it's because of the dark color, but the joint between the panels looks less.
Doesn't, yeah,
Yeah,
it's not as prominent.
It's not as prominent as the joint on the,
right.
stock panel or pre-made panel, whatever it is. I'm assuming, I'm calling this one a custom and that one a pre-made.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Okay.
And I assume you can have those manufactured in whatever color they choose.
Yes. Yeah. That has not been.
I like the backside color better.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, that's closer to what's there.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we approve the application as submitted with the use of a custom metal panel, approximately 1-inch dimension between horizontal joints, that the color match the existing elevator shaft stucco and the existing King Street facade brick color, paint color, as close as possible.
What was the inch? I'm sorry. How much did you say for the inch?
It's approximately 12 inches.
How much?
12 inches approximately,
I thought you said 1 inch.
12 inches.
Okay.
You did say one.
I did say one?
You did.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were
I
talking
mean 12.
about the,
So you said with the color what?
That's a lot of panels.
Color
that's a
matching
lot
the
of panels.
existing structure.
Yeah, existing elevator shaft in King Street brick. The back of the building is a yellow. That's the other side of the shaft, it's a different color. I think it's the color that the building was a while ago.
And how do I indicate the panel we want? Let's describe it
Give
again.
us a description. of the
York
yeah.
roofing,
It's York roofing.
custom.
Custom manufactured panel.
Yeah.
12-inch wide panels with horizontal joint.
And I'll second that.
And that we will, unless you have an exchange mark, let's add, we'll allow the existing deteriorating elevator shaft windows to be closed.
Agreed.
They're basically not an original historic feature of the building.
And they're not functional.
Yeah, and neither is the elevator shaft.
Elevator shaft window to be what?
It's not an original.
Enclosed,
covered.
The windows
enclosed,
will be
covered.
Covered, yeah.
Didn't they want to do that?
Yeah,
They did.
Yeah,
They want to cover
Okay.
the whole.
because they're
Okay.
deteriorating and they serve no purpose. and they-
Okay, so, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? If not, I call for a vote. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay? City council will approve this. The date?
Oh, the 18th. Tuesday, I'm sorry, I was like, what are you talking about? But okay. Yeah, on the 18th, I'll get it to, Diana this evening, and then it'll go on to the 18th consent agenda.
Okay,
If you wanna show up if they have any questions for you,
okay.
okay?
Appreciate it, thanks.
So I almost was totally oblivious to your question there.
And that's the 18th of March, 18th of April.
March, on
March.
Tuesday evening, yeah.
I assume we're done.
You're done.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
Have a good evening.
164 to 166 West Market Street, the York Academy project.
Good evening. I'm Rebecca Chester. I'm art teacher at York Academy, one of them. There are two of us. And what we would like to do, so there's a local project called the Inside Out Project, happened all over, our country and all over the world too, where different groups they take photographs of community members. They have what they call, anyway, basically a message that you want to give to your community. So it's a public art project. And so I took this to my photography students earlier this year because it was something really interesting for us to do, building just community pride in our students and kind of getting, and joining with other community members as well. So we've got some folks from Wellspan, from the Cultural Alliance, from, Lee King, who owns the Junior League building, is also participating in the project, as well as some of the community members, and then a number of our staff and students from both the lower and upper school, most of the upper school, since that's where we are. So, and we've taken the photos, and then we have talked with Lee about using the former Junior League building to apply the mural to the side of the building. And so the photos are approximately like 36 inches by 53 inches. And so we have right now 68 photos that we've taken. So, and I believe, do you all have a copy of the, because I did not bring one.
We do, yeah.
So, just did mock up. And it would go over the existing, the Junior League mural that is currently on the building located and what is there.
Describe, please, the material.
So sheet paper, basically printer paper is what the photos are printed on. They're printed by the Inside Out Project. The offices are in New York City. So they
So how long is this anticipated to last?
So I don't know how long it will last. What I'm proposing is about 6 months. If it starts to deteriorate before then, we go ahead and remove it so that it's not an eyesore. Because I don't really know how long it's going to last, since we haven't done this before. I asked, when I spoke with, my contact at the Inside Out Project, she said to me they usually like a few months, usually is what they look for. And usually they're intentionally removed because they're up for a certain amount of time.
I guess it depends how much rain you have.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so if we have like a really, really wet summer, then it might come down sooner.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
But
But you will remove it once it starts
Right.
peeling, so it doesn't, okay.
Any
yes,
idea?
That was a question Lee had as well when I talked with him, and we agree, like, we want to make sure that it's not just like peeling and
Right.
looking irregular
Now-
on the side of the building.
The mural obviously is fading away, and I noticed the other day that is one that's attached on it's on a backer, it's not
Correct.
painted on the brick.
Yep.
And it's attached to the building, which is how we were requiring them to be done in later years. How will, I mean, and the mural is a non-historic feature, and they were controversial when they were done, and obviously they aren't being maintained, can't be maintained. I think didn't they settle the history center with it at one point, Dennis, and without the money to maintain them? Yeah.
And the idea is,
And how did the history center get out
They're-
from under that?
oh, we're still
We're still on the hook for
under it.
Okay.
So our terminology for old murals with no maintenance plan is that they're really, were designed intentional or not to die in place.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what's
Yeah.
happening.
Correct.
I guess my question is, how will the wheat paper paste over this mural make it worse? I assume it probably
So
will,
I
not
mean, I
that
can't-
I care, but,
I don't think that it will, I mean, it's basically, it's flour and water. is what
Yeah,
it
I
okay.
do,
is. So-
I care because I don't want it to look worse than what it is.
Right.
yeah, it
That's,
looks,
that's the only
and
concern.
unfortunately, that's dying in place, but it's gonna be because it's not on the brick,
Right.
it's applied to the brick, I mean, there's a point that somebody, I guess, is gonna have to pay money to, unbolt it from the brick and remove the canvas or whatever.
Well, it's a good segue to my next question.
But that's not your problem.
Can we anticipate you coming before us again with another project, similar project?
It's possible, I think it depends on how it goes. I mean, I'm absolutely up for more public art in New York. I was talking with Rita,
Cultural Alliance.
I can't think of her last
Rita
name.
Whitney with the Cultural Alliance.
I always want to say Rita Wilson because, and it's not, but like, for some reason anyway. Yeah, I was actually talking with her, we met with her a few days ago. Actually, she came in and talked to my Honor Society students on Monday. And one of the things we were talking about was like just public art in New York, and she's putting together a map, as you probably all know, of the public art, and so our students are gonna be helping with that. And one of the things that we were talking with also, Bromley Martin about doing some murals downtown as well. So possibly, I mean, we could, if it goes well, if it's well received and people like it, I mean, we could do it again, if it all like goes well. Because I love the idea of just having this like rotating, this rotating like wall of faces of York. And our mission this year, the message this year, or for this particular project, is genuine joy, and that was one of our students suggested that. So we had like 3 suggestions, we voted, I'll let the students vote, let them decide. They've taken all the pictures, they've been the photographers for the photos. And the genuine joy was just meant to be, I think, it's coming from a place of, things are challenging, times are challenging, but there's still something to be joyful about, something to be grateful for. And so they wanted everybody to be laughing and, not just smiling, but like laughing and joyful, and, so that was the message they wanted to get across. I'm toying with adding, some words or something along to kind of that effect, just to kind of make that clear if people see it. But we haven't really decided on that yet.
And just so everybody here is aware, the York County Economic Alliance, Downtown Inc., and the Cultural Alliance of York County are in the process of securing funding and going out to RFP for a comprehensive public arts master plan for the county, including downtown York, which will hopefully help address some of the challenges that we have with murals that are deteriorating. So, this one will come down eventually by nature of installation. It's being applied not directly to the brick, but to the existing cover-up. But we are working on some long-term planning to help take care of and replace those murals that have died in place, in essence.
But it shouldn't hurt it.
Right.
No, I agree.
It's just paste.
I agree.
Yeah.
My final question is, Where exactly is Dennis Kunkel's picture going to be located?
Space, we have room. In fact, once I put this together, I was like, well, we need, like, there's an opportunity here for some people to be like kind of bouncing from the sides and, so there's room.
What did you
I
ask
can
for?
fit all of you on there.
Dennis's picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you and your students and your dedication to the community and helping to enhance downtown very much.
That's why we're here.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we approve the application as submitted.
I'll
Second,
second it.
oh,
Nope.
go ahead.
It is easily removable, short-term.
Seems rather benign.
Yeah, and will not damage the historic building.
Yep. No problem.
Monochrome.
Yeah.
Second,
Except for Dennis's, which has to be living color.
We can paint it too. if we want to.
Where in the world is Dennis?
so Steve is seconding it. I don't think you can vote yet.
I can't vote yet, so I won't vote yet.
What?
Technicality. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion?
I'm going to just say that I'm going to abstain from voting, only in as much as these murals represent across the city more than 40 years of effort to create an atmosphere representing the history of the city. I would have been interested in seeing some effort made to ensure that this application wasn't going to increase the rate of speed of the decline of the existing murals, with the hope that murals in general could be refreshed and preserved.
Okay, Craig explained his,
My question for
So you
Craig is,
abstaining or you voting
why would
against
you
it because of,
abstain
yeah,
rather than just vote no?
yeah, because of that.
For the reasons I just stated, that if there's generally an atmosphere here to approve, I'm not going to vote against it. But I'm not going to vote for it for the reasons that I stated.
What?
I don't think you need it.
You don't need it. I'm just going to abstain, and I was explaining why.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. I call for a vote. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have it.
You're good?
All right, thank you so much. Have a good evening.
You too.
Can't wait to see it.
Rebecca, you heard it on Tuesday, correct?
Yes, do I need to attend that?
You don't have to, but if they have any questions, you might want to be there.
Okay, say it, please.
Hmm. 135 South Beaver. Are you Ben?
Yes.
Ben Junior?
Yes.
Okay,
My dad is Joe.
okay.
And tell me what your last name is.
Gang ball.
I talked to you, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're replacing the slate in kind?
Yes.
Okay. So nothing is essentially changing then, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The only thing that would be changing is the rear of the third floor roof. It has 3 tab shingles on it. Now, you can't see it from the road. You barely
Okay.
see it in place. And I'm gonna put 19 shingles on there.
Okay.
It goes to 3 tabs. But
Okay.
it's going to be black slate. I'm replacing it with black slate. And there's a rubber roof that you can't see that I'm replacing.
Good. We commend the owner. I assume you're not the owner of the property, right?
Correct.
You're just, yeah. We commend the owner for replacing the slate, because there's not many who will do that.
Yes, you want to replace the back of the slate.
Right, right. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the application as submitted.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? If not, I call for a vote. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
We're good.
Yep.
Sorry that took so long.
Easy one.
I appreciate it.
Have an easy one every day.
We didn't even approve Timberline because we do all the time, because most people can't afford the slate, but this is great, okay. So why can't you vote?
I have no idea.
She's isn't she called an alternate?
Yeah, but I thought the alternates can vote if you don't have a full slate of regular members.
Right, and we do
And
have a
we
full
don't.
slate.
We have Blake.
Oh, I
Blake's
mean, a
not
full
here.
slate.
A regular member.
Present at the time.
Yeah, and Blake's not here, so you should have voted.
I voted for the first two, I didn't vote, it's fine.
Okay,
We're
Okay.
good. We'll get it figured out.
no loss.
We'll let you off this time.
It's all good.
Blake's a regular member, right? He's not an alternate. He's an alternate. Oh, okay.
Time. I thought he was just FaceTime with my grandson.
Okay, so yeah, Lauren's
Yeah,
regular
if Blake
member,
had been
he's not
here, I think I
Yeah.
probably would have been in the audience, yeah.
But Lauren would be the one year, okay.
So, meeting's over.
Meeting adjourned.
Any update on your Harrisburg stuff?
I'm gonna check in with him, he was expecting to have it by the first week of March, so I'll probably,
Not too late, but,
email.
okay.